newsletter each weekend. Here it is. Doug, what have we got going on the newsletter this week?
Well, this week, a few things. We're going to start off with an article that's entitled, Do Hunters Really Care About CWD? Interesting article. I mean, it's, as you might expect, most hunters really don't concern themselves. This is kind of the summation here about CWD because they don't believe it might be in their area unless they know for a fact it is, but they assume it isn't. And they also rely upon the fact that it's not transferable to humans. Not a good thing, I don't think, but that's kind of the perception most hunters have. Now, others probably take it a little closer. You know, if they're watching what's going on. Maybe they go to a different area. I don't know, but that's what this article is pointing to.
Well, we here in Arizona, we don't have any evidence that we have it yet. However, our neighboring states do have it, and our Arizona Game and Fish Department is very diligent on testing harvested mule and whitetail and elk as far as that's concerned because it is transferable. So yeah, it's a big deal, I think.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You're right. But that was their results of whatever survey they did. Well, let's run around the nation a little bit here. Up in Arizona or down in Arizona where you're at, multiple agencies, National Forest working toward constructing elevated wildlife crossings in northern Arizona. And this is on Interstate 17 south of Kachina Village to the I-17 north of Willard Springs exit. Now, I know that's a big deer area, you know.
Well, it's big on not only deer, but that's major elk country up there on the rim.
Yep, you're right. I'm surprised they aren't looking at an area, you know, where 17 starts dropping down there with that pull-off that overlooks that vista. I've seen a lot of elk in that area in my lifetime down there. So, yeah, there's plenty of places to do that.
Well, this is still in this is in the comment period. Comments need to be submitted in writing prior to August 29th of 23. This year it's coming up. You know, in years past, the department, in conjunction with ADOT, put up high fences along I-17 to keep the elk and deer from getting out on I-17. It seems to be working pretty well. I know these elevated crossings work well for bighorn sheep in certain areas. However, I don't think I'm going to be an advocate for spending the money to put these crossings over, other than maybe doing a little bit better job on the fence panels running along the highway. So, just saying.
Yes, I get it. Up in Montana, the warm water issues continue to enforce the hoot owl restrictions on the entire Bitterroot River. In Oregon, all sturgeon fishing will be closed upstream of the Dallas Dam effective yesterday, the 29th. That'll hit around for quite a bit. I mean, there's quite a bit of sturgeon fishing around there. That's true in Washington, where they, because of mortality rates, they're closing all sturgeon fishing on portions of the Columbia River. You'll have to go to the Game and Fish Department website to figure out where that is if you're in that area. In Maryland, the Black Bear Hunt Lottery is now open. They're accepting applications for the 2023 lottery. So I guess you got to go on their website or click the link. That goes to their website to get signed up. Montana, the Yellowstone River, that trail derailment, will open yesterday, the 29th. And that's 1 mile upstream to 2.5 miles downstream of the train derailment site. So they're making progress in that cleanup.
Well, that's good.
What's that?
I said that obviously is a good thing. Yes, sir.
It is a good thing. It's hard to follow that. I've tried to on a few occasions to see what's going on, and they don't give you a lot.
No, they don't.
Emergency up in Montana. There's a emergency regulation for smallmouth bass proposed for the lower Bitterroot River. And this is to keep anglers to keep and turn away any smallmouth bass caught in the lower Bitterroot River from the confluence of the Clark Fork River near Missoula to the Florence Bridge. They're required to keep these fish, kill them, or turn them in to the authorities.
Okay, so
That's
why is there a DNR mad at smallmouth?
Smallmouth?
Yeah.
It's trying to clean it up for the trout.
Yeah, here we go. Okay.
You know, it's usually, I've seen this before, Don, where, you know, you've got an infestation of a known species fish in a normal trout river. Normally, this is where it happens. They will start with this kind of thing. Keep them. Don't put them back in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're such a fun fish to catch. I get it. I get it.
Oh yeah. Be honest with you, and I'm not trying to hurt any trout fishermen because I fish trout too. I'll take that smallmouth pretty much over any trout that I catch.
Yeah, for sure. That's why we don't belong to Trout Unlimited.
I enjoy catching them. There are a few fun fish, fun trout to catch, but I don't keep them just because I don't like them as far as eating is concerned.
Okay.
Well, I just probably made a bunch of people mad.
It just, hey, you know what? I don't care. You know, you need to dry your waders and wash the felt off the bottom. So anyway, yeah. I don't own a pair.
Okay.
But just saying.
Yeah, I get it. The Hawaiian team in the 2023 Blue Marlin World Cup took that with a 834-pound blue marlin. It was a 45-minute battle. He's 123 inches long with a girth of 70 inches.
Wow, that's a big one.
That's a big one. The combined purse was $1.24 million.
Wow.
What the first place got, I don't know because they don't put it in there. But anyway, good grief, that's huge.
Yeah, yes it is.
Okay. I just want to comment. I put this on the newsletter because I think people need to understand that, especially in the west, southwest, we're getting a lot of heat. It's warming up the waters. Nothing to do with climate change. That's just a natural thing that occurs. And the issue there is to bring to attention that trout don't deal very well with anything above 68 degrees. We're talking about the effect really is oxygenated water. So the warmer that water gets above 68, the worse it is for trout. So there's a few suggestions here to avoid that problem. And if you're a trout fisherman, you probably already know this, but for those that don't, it's good information to have. The best freshwater hard lure this year, and I'll bet you saw this there, Don, is this, what do they call this thing?
Chatterbait.
Chatterbait, yeah, there you go. I just got it. That's an incredible looking lure to me. I don't know what you think of it. I don't know this thing. There it goes. I want to kick that up because I want to see what the heck the video, I believe.
There's one simple steering hack anyone can use to get rid of.
We don't really care about that, do we? Yeah, chatterbait.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good bait. Yeah, it's easy to fish.
I don't know. What do you think of it?
It's a good bait. It's easy to fish and makes a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
looks
clatter
like it.
on the bottom and displaces quite a bit of water.
In other words, it makes a lot of noise.
Yes, sir.
All righty. In Houston, Texas, an angler caught an 8-foot alligator gar, 8.5 feet, in the city limits of Houston. It weighed just over 300 pounds, and this guy doesn't want you to know where he caught it. It's undisclosed. Who cares?
It doesn't matter. The fish is gone. Come on, really?
Yeah, exactly. You can't catch that one again. Buddy.
Yeah, sounds like Andrew out at A&M. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I put in also the National Shooting Sports Foundation has a report indicating the number of imports by gun, by caliber. There's a bunch of them if you're interested for this year. Big numbers, 13 million of this, 91 million of this. I mean, it's just, if you want to know what that is, click on it, and it's a full PDF file of imports of guns and ammo and that kind of thing. I know there's people out there who just can't wait to know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you never know, I don't know what to say about this next article. It's from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. There's a snapshot of the current U.S. forest and range land conditions and project conditions 50 years into the future. Now, this might be of interest for a guy like you, Don. What they're planning, what's on their docket, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to talk about it much, but for people who have an interest in that kind of thing, great. San Francisco, the city of San Francisco backed down on gun control, all right, after being sued. This would make much of the city into a gun-free zone.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I wouldn't even. You can't even live in that city, even if you're carrying a couple of sidearms and a AR-15. No one goes down to into San Francisco anymore. Same thing with Seattle and not Port Clinton. Never mind, Oregon.
Yeah.
So it's superfluous. It just doesn't make any sense. Lastly, on a new product venue, Davidson is offering a Pieta single action. Now, this is kind of a sharp-looking gun. I like the looks of it.
Yeah.
And it's 45 Colt, 357, 4 3/4 and 5.5 inch barrels, typical 6-round cylinder. Nice looking weapon.
Yeah.
Actually, we're in the $6.25 to $750 range. Well, it's not too bad for 45, to tell you the truth. So that's it. We're all done.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good looking pistol that is fashioned after
It is
1873 or thereabouts firearm. So yeah, kind of cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, good newsletter, Doug. Appreciate all the hard work. Hey, if you guys don't have the newsletter, sign up for it, huntingfishing.com, and give us a like on Facebook. You can catch us on streaming live on the Facebook channel. There's a listen live link on the website, and follow us on Instagram. I'm Don McDowell with Doug at the Dairy Queen. We'll do this next week.